I'm going to be doing what I set my mind to. Get motivated, get strong, grow more grains, be more comfortable. This one is a 10 and then I have a 20. Squat properly, portions, but obviously you gotta keep this in place. Since the New Year's, I am going to be doing what I set my mind to. Really am motivated. One of the things on my list was to work on myself. Working out is one of the big ones for me just because as you get older, things are not gonna be moving the same. And I want to help my body, want to get strong. When it comes to what I put into my body, I've been getting hungry in the mornings, but I don't tend to eat before I do my little sets of workouts. Supplements do put in vitamins, so I tend to do the vitamin supplement maybe right after breakfast, a little bit mid brunch, like lunchtime. I've been trying to do the green smoothies. Tommy does grow wheatgrass and he grows onion chives, so we've been trying to grow more greens, like grow our stuff. So it's really cool and it's definitely beneficial and better for you. So we've been doing like little morning shots of wheatgrass with like other fruits. I also don't go to an actual gym. I work out at home. I do have weights, but I feel like overall working with what you got is the best way to start. As much as I love the weights, benches and all that stuff, right now it may not be in the cards. I work with what I have. I feel like when I start off working out in the morning, it's just a good fresh start. Start off with the workout. I ended up changing the top because I wanted to be more comfortable. I'm just wearing an oldie but goodie. I think I always say that. But this one is from Old Navy and I ended up purchasing it very, like I normally buy the things when it was on sale because I felt like their prices were always kind of like more than what they should. But anyways, this is just has been, I'm talking about over 7 years old. Just like a dry fit shirt, but it's just so comfortable, whatever, very lightweight. And the pants, Tommy ended up buying me these. I have like that little, you know, that little behind or whatever, the really long ones. Let's go and be able to move around. Starting off with squats and then I add on dumbbells. I have a couple of these. This one is a 10 and then I have a 20. And then I also have my regular, and I like to do 3 sets of everything. 3 sets of either 10, 3 sets of 12, or 3 sets of 15. The squats have been 3 sets of 30. Even if I might not reach all of my 3 sets, I at least do one, because the whole point about just keeping yourself active, yourself started, and keeping yourself consistent is just doing something and being in that realm of like, hey, I'm tackling it. Let's do this. Even if I'm outside, I'm taking out the dogs or whatever, like I'll go ahead and like do some lunges, do some squats, even if I wasn't able to do it that day. It's overall really, really good to just have that mindset. I'm doing something, you know what I mean? With the arm workouts, I like to start off with my 10 pounders just because I've been kind of like implementing my weights on a daily basis, but I didn't want to take the full credit because what I tend to do, since I do home workouts, I like to follow, I'm gonna see if I can find the girl and her video on YouTube, but she does like a 10-minute arm workouts and it basically targets like the whole, you know, situation here. So you got your biceps, this is your triceps, your biceps, you know, there's like different names for all of the good stuff, but what I like to do, she ends up doing like this whole situation where not only are you doing your regular, you know, bicep curls, she does like the half portions and then like the top portions, but obviously you got to keep this in place, and it's just a really great video to follow, like if you're starting off or you're just getting back in it, like you just want like I mean, it's really great. So I tend to follow those. I like to also change the weights depending on how exhausted I am. Just, you know, you have to read your body and you have to know what you're capable and when, whatever. So it just depends how I am. I like to do the 10 pounders and stuff, and then I tend to go up to the 20s. But let's do the 3 sets. I mean, I'm gonna do that because I don't want to bore you. Finished all of my sets for my arms, and I had to put my hair up a little bit. This is where like I start to glisten a little bit. I mean, you can't really tell, but I'm starting to kind of break a sweat. I'm gonna start with my squats. Just the fact that I've always implemented these certain workouts, and I know that form is everything and you have to be careful about the way you pick up weights. Pull no muscles, because you could do that if you do it incorrectly. So please educate yourself if you may not know too much, but if you do, you know, you're great. I'm just kind of like giving a little disclaimer because I'm not a professional. I mean, you can tell. Trying to just give the tips and tricks that I've been using that I've always seen results with, because the main targets that I love to kind of like work out mainly targets are my arms and my legs, as well as my behind. It doesn't matter how much you got, but if you squat enough, it will get firm and perky and do its thing. Adding, of course, a good amount of protein. I don't know why I'm doing this. A good amount of protein and stuff like that. And you're kind of like good to go. So overall, talking about, I'm just like all of this rant for nothing is just basically me starting to tell you about the squats. Use dumbbells, and again, the form is everything. When you do squat and you look down, if your knees are passing your toes, you're basically squatting incorrectly. So when you squat, you should be basically squatting like if you're about to sit down in a chair. And the best and easy way to kind of like keep that going is actually having a chair if you want. I have like a little couch situation here. So like basically you wanting to sit down, right? Even if you're slightly sitting down, but not fully putting your full weight, if you need to start it like that just to kind of get used to what the squatting situation is and looking at the fact that you don't pass your toes, you're squatting correctly. You're doing like 30 squats of just like your normal regular standing, just spreading your legs a little bit apart and just feeling where I feel comfortable, right? So I'm just kind of sitting down kind of like this. So that's the way. A lot of the times when you have a weight with you in front of you, it kind of even allows you to kind of squat properly. And then when you look down, as long as you can still see your toes, you're good. Even if you're squatting a little bit, as long as you're not passing those toes, you're good. Every time I turn on the camera, I look a little bit more disheveled. I have been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and I still tend to, because again, I try to switch off things that will make me feel more challenged. So if you're feeling a little bit more comfortable with the weights that you're in, I like to basically go up a little bit if you do or can or whatever. And make sure that you stay hydrated. That is definitely something that I don't think I even mentioned, but water is key. Our bodies are made up of mainly of water, and we need to stay hydrated, especially when we're working out, releasing all those toxins and whatever. So stay hydrated. Like I have taken this everywhere. So this whole situation used to be in my garage, but I put it in the closet because I moved around the stuff. I can show the updated, but aside from aside from the weights and the dumbbells, I do have these resistant bands. I have the ones for the hands. These are basically different types of, like, if you wanted stronger resistance, easier resistance, all that good stuff. And then these, I believe, the smaller, thinner ones, I use them for the legs as well, but they can be used for the hands. So anyways, these are all the other ones that I tend to use, and I keep it all in the closet. I think I'm gonna even move back the weights over here. It's really, really great. Isn't that so pretty? Favorite part. Getting a little bit of a high-fat post-workout breakfast. I ended up doing the boiled eggs, and then I added some mayo in it, a little bit of salt. This is literally avocado, some onion chives, and also cilantro. And then I just added like these are platanutre. These are plantains, but these are a different kind of. So this one is like a yuca instead of a regular plantain. And that is my breakfast. Oh, and of course, with my delicious coffee. Oh my gosh. Another option that it could be breakfast, only because I added boiled eggs and bacon. When I do these ramen noodles that they come in the packet, I know they come either with a, flavor seasoning powder. I never either use it, or if I do use it, I tend to add a little bit, but I like to use different other sauces. I added some onion chives, and I did add a little bit of the soy sauce. The soy sauce is another dressing that I like to use, not too much because I know it's very high on the sodium side, but this is a good breakfast choice or lunch. 20-something days now, I feel like I am doing pretty well. And honestly, it just says that this is just like a cleansing, right? So been doing that every day, one a day. Women's vitamins, garlic extract, fish oil. Been doing these probiotics because I finished the other ones that I've used. I know that there's different many different probiotics. Like probiotics is also in like yogurts and stuff, but they have to be like with no sugars. Ended up doing a little cleanup and I'm all kind of changed. After I work out and stuff, I'm trying to make sure that I have like a post-workout meal. And that is obviously to just, you know, build them gains, right? So I'm putting on my sunscreen, making sure my skin is all moisturized and protected. The thing I didn't mention was where I've been getting some sea moss gummies. Let me bring these from Amazon. And my sister recommended sea moss. Either, I think they have a powder form, they have a goo, kind of like, I say goo, it's kind of like oil, or it looks like, you know, coconut oil is in like a jar. And I saw these were gummies and they taste delicious. So I chewed 2 of them and it says to drink like 8 to 12 ounces of water. It is non-GMO, GMP certified and plant-based. And they look like that. A little bit. I put on my shorts. Well, they're shorts now. I DIY'd them. I'm gonna show you in a moment. Show you. See, they used to be longer pants and I cut them up like shorts. I just cut up everything. I also need to do a updated DIY video. Just putting those face serums. Gonna put a little bit of concealer in my eyes and sit down and take care of my other stuff. But basically that is the morning workout routine. I like to end up doing another workout throughout the day, whether it is either going with the kids and the dogs, like walking, or being out here in the backyard with the kids and the dogs, being active outdoors, picking up trees and all that stuff. But been really wanting to implement more running, even if it's just a little bit. Again, today was just basically targeting the booty and the arms, but I just try to always focus on different parts of my body because I want to just kind of like be good all over. Thanks for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Just sharing a little bit of my morning workout routine, and I can get a little bit more in depth. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Have a great one. See you in my next video. Let them steal your life.